This is the Truth Network.
Welcome, fellow adventurers, to the Masculine Journey Joyride Podcast. This is a brand new show from the guys you know. I'm talking, of course, about the Band of Brothers. My name is Keith, and I'm the producer for Masculine Journey and Masculine Journey After Hours. In this podcast, you will hear funny stories, exchanges, and thought-provoking moments that will amuse you, make you smile, and draw you closer to Jesus Christ in your journey of life. Hey Joyriders, welcome one and all to a new episode of the Masculine Journey Joyride. Okay, so the topic this week is hopelessness. And I gotta be honest with you, I had a hard time trying to make this topic funny. I have a hard enough time making most topics funny. This one took me a minute, but I think I have something that resembles comedy here. And you know what? Let's do this Johnny Carson style. Hopeless. The word is hopeless. The word my wife uses to describe my cooking ability. Okay, the next word is hopeless again. We only got 2 words this week. 2 words. Hopeless. The one-word review of my off-Broadway one-man show titled Keith's Kazoo Orchestra. There wasn't a dry eye in the house, folks. Okay, the last hermetically sealed envelope. The word is hopelessness. Hopelessness. The feeling you get when you see that Harold is your pickleball opponent.
We're talking about hopelessness this week, but I think it's important to kind of understand how we landed on this topic. So, a lot of times people say, how do you guys come up with the topics? Well, hopefully God leads us into topics, and that's what we believe happens. And so last week we were talking after the show, and I was talking about this last Sunday. I was a part of a panel at church where we had to answer some questions that were submitted that people had about the Bible, about God, about, their faith. That kind of thing. And so, I was going through what some of the questions were. And one of the questions was, do people who commit suicide go to hell? And so I don't know that we're going to answer that today. But what we landed on as we talked about it and had a lot of good discussion in our group was really, it comes down to what's the root of that? What's the root of getting there? And the root of getting there is hopelessness. At the end of the day, when nothing else matters, when it really doesn't seem to matter what I do, or I don't have an impact, or I make a negative impact on this world, then the enemy starts whispering to you, well, it'd be so much better off without you, right? And the hopelessness gets worse and worse, and then eventually some people act on it, and that's where we end up. And so we're going to talk about this topic of hopelessness, and kind of see where God takes us with it. It's always his show, and we'll go where he takes us. And so we may answer the question, we may not. You're just going to have to hang on and see if we do. But right now, we're going to talk about the topic of hopelessness. And Danny, you have the first clip. It's been a while since you've had a first clip.
Yeah, it has. It's been a dry spell, like a batting average went way down or something.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to play someone else's.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
So from the guys of Masculine Journey, I'm Keith, and we'll see you down the road.
This is the Truth Network.